The AI web builder I'm about to show you is actually so good, it should be nerfed. It helped me make $1,000 an hour. Now, if you're a freelance web designer or web developer and you want to raise your rates, land more clients, or get projects done way faster, or you're just interested in learning how to even do this, listen up. Now, I get it. Building from scratch can be the most tedious, boring, and slow part of just trying to build a website and ship it. The reality is, if you're not using AI to help you speed up your workflow, well, you're just too slow now. Other freelancers are delivering the same quality of website, but in half the build time, winning that client and keeping the profit. And it's not just me, it's all our students in our community as well who have used Reloom, Webflow, Figma in their process to land freelance clients and deliver websites in record time. So in this video, I'm going to show you the exact step-by-step workflow to do the exact same thing. From AI sitemap to a live styled website. So you can deliver faster, charge more, and avoid getting underpaid for your time. Now stick around to the end because I'm going to show you how you can adapt this method to build websites for your particular niche so you can start landing clients immediately. Let's go take a look. So let me introduce you to Reloom. Now, before this was the AI site builder that a lot of you know, this was actually a component library for Webflow, but it is still used in that regard, but it is also used with this really powerful AI site builder. And if you go to reloom.io and sign up, we can get going. Now you can always type something into this little box here to describe what your project is, but we're going to go into the top right corner here and go to launch. And this will take you to the Reloom dashboard. And this is where we're going to build our first project. But which project are we going to build? Now near me I have a place called Ballers and Hackers, and this is a family golfing or family gaming place where you can go play mini golf, disc golf, top racer, just all kinds of stuff. But the website is pretty bad. It's not great. There's a random football here. The images are just all over the place. The text is difficult to read. The colors, they tried a few different colors, let's put it that way. There's a mix of AI illustrations in here and just random pictures with paint. And so yeah, it's a project. And what you could do is you find this site near you on Google Maps and you just go, right, I'm going to go speak to these people and I'm going to offer them an upgrade. And I'm going to say I could do this for X amount, whether it's $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $500, whatever it is, in your mind that I'm going to be able to do this very quickly, but I'm going to offer you to be able to do this website for a particular rate. And I'm going to show you how we're going to create a website like this, but keep in mind the quality of this website and what we're going to create. So if we jump back into Reloom and go into the top right corner and go to new project, we're going to create our very first project with Reloom, and we're going to create this website. So we need a description, and we can go back to this site, go grab the description from here and head on back, pop that in there. And that's basically everything we need to know about the company. Golf-based activities for all the family, including foot golf, mini golf, disc golf, blah, blah, blah. Number of pages, 1 to 5. There's a number you can choose, and the language as well. We're going to go with English here. So generate sitemap, and then you can see in real time it's actually developing the sitemap for us. This is the home page. It's got all the different sections here it's going to create, and this is just the sitemap. So this is figuring out where all the main stuff is going to go, how it's all going to be connected. And I can close this down now, and you can see it's doing the about section, the activities, and it's done. And the contact us section, all the games, it's separate games it does. And you can notice here in every single one, there's quite a few reusable elements. So navbar, header section. And if we go to plus here, you can see there's a few reusable components here. So things like navbar and footer, they're global components. And you can see in the rest of the sections, you can have these really blank sections that you can add as well. So this is incredible. This was, again, a component library for Webflow beforehand. So really good stuff. Now, I'm going to show you how all this makes sense and works. Once we're happy with this, we can then move on. But what I want to do is just go to the contact us section here. And maybe let's add a new section. Let's call it location. So if we double click this and then we go to location. So we want them to know where it is. So basically show the location of the site with a Google Maps map of the location. Very simple. All contact info available as well. with an image of the building and some information on parking, because I think that's important. And then we'll click generate page, and then we'll go ahead and generate all of that for us. And there we go, that's done again. So again, this is super, super quick, very slick. And now we go to the next stage. So we've built the sitemap. Let's go have a look at the wireframe. And the wireframe, essentially what it does is it maps out all the different components and which arrangement they're going to have for that particular page. So because we're on the free package, it's just done the home page for us. And if you want to upgrade, you can do, but I'm just doing the free package to show you how this works. And you can see here that it's got the logo, it's got all of this, it's got the head, it's got all the different sections and images that we can use. It's got testimonials for how people like it. Book your family fun. Very, very professional. I mean, if you compare just this wireframe alone to what they've got right now, it's already above and beyond so much better. So this 100% is so much more professional, but this is the wireframe. Now, if you had the premium version, so if I click upgrade here, it'll take you to this page here, which allows you to sort of scale it up to, you know, $18 per month, $40 per month, $36 per team member. But imagine this, if you're making thousands of dollars a month from this process, spending $18 on this is a no-brainer. And it'd probably be $40 US a month to get unlimited projects. But again, this is down to you. Try it out, see if you like it, and, you know, maybe try to make a project from it and make some money and then invest it into buying all of this. But that is the reason why there is just one wireframe here, if you are wondering. So let's move on to the style guide, and this will give us an idea of how this is going to start to look. Now, the colors that it's using are greens, which makes sense because it's a golfing website, and that's fine. You know, that looks good to me, but I think it's not quite hitting the mark. I think I need it a little bit darker. So yeah, that's starting to look a bit better, much better. And it's got this incredible color system which you can shuffle as well. So you can just shuffle the entire thing until you find a color scheme you like. So in fact, it's a keyboard shortcut, so you can keep pressing C and seeing one you like. But I personally like dark mode, so I'm going to click dark mode and it's going to start going to dark green. And I think that fits the theme of the site a little bit better, personally. So if I click the background and I just click, so if I click that, it'll go to maybe a blue instead. And I think that is already looking above and beyond far, far better. I'm going to do a little shuffle again, just to see what else we get. All right, I think we'll go with that. So these are the typography that we'll be using. They're the fonts. And you can choose whichever font you want. You can change this out. You can change the button styling. And you can have some placeholders and some cards and images. So there is a whole bunch of stuff you can do here that'll just scale out to the rest of your site. And if you're building a proper website, you'll probably come across making a design system for it. And this is that whole system right here. So if you're a designer, if you're, you know, a front-end engineer who's been doing it for a while, this is all familiar to you. But for those who are completely new to this style guide is great for much, much larger websites. And you know, for what you're paying and for what you're getting from this is all done so fast for you that someone who's just doing this by themselves really will struggle to compete with you, that you are able to produce just so much for your client so cheaply and so quickly. A style guide, wireframes, designs, all these things that you can tweak here and there very quickly is just amazing. So let's actually go to the design of the site as well. So let's click design and we'll see what it actually looks like. And that is incredible. Within just seconds, we've built an amazing website like this. And that is just absolutely fantastic. Just look how high fidelity this is. And again, this is something you can tweak, you can play around with, and it looks just so much more professional. And if you're taking your family to something like this, you'd want this level of polish for the website, for the place you're taking to them to. Just because, you know, if you're taking your family, your children somewhere, would you rather go somewhere like this or somewhere like this? And you can swap this image out for whatever. So we'll take an image like this from pexels.com. I'll download that. By the way, if you ever need an image, pexels.com is great. And then just swap that out. And what a difference that makes, eh? So now you've got this versus this. The vibe shift is so different. It's incredible. We can keep going and we can keep replacing these images, which we'll do. We'll swap this one out as well. And again, that looks much better. It's a similar image to the one above. And then we'll swap these three out. So we'll swap these images out. We'll add this one, and there we go. Perfect. And it's just optimizing them now. And there we go. Now you get a sense that this is a family golfing website. These things you can change as well, these testimonials, but we'll leave that for now. Right. Now we actually want to take this all the way over to Figma. So how do we do that? Well, in the top right corner, we go to export and we click export to Figma. And we want to get the Figma kit. So let's click that here. Very important to get this. And then we've got that here, Relume Figma Kit version 3.14, Relume Figma Kit version 3.4. So open that in Figma and boom, there we go. Everything has been brought over. So this is the Relume Figma Kit. And this has just brought everything to do with Figma's UI kit over. So now we've got the Figma UI kit. What we want to do is go down to here and click export format Figma, and then we'll click export. Now it's asking us to log in. So let's log into Relume now, and it counts successfully linked. So that's all connected up. And it says close this tab, head back to Figma to start using the plugin. And this is all something you have to do just the first time, but once it's set up, the flow is so much faster. So once you're inside your Relume Figma kit, find your project, click it, and import the one that you want. So we want essentially the design. And then once that's imported in, you click paste from site builder. So we'll go back here and we'll go copy to Figma. And then in here, we'll just paste that in and it's adding to the canvas now. And that is added. So we can see this over here. I'll move this a little bit over so it's easier to see. We now have our design. We have the desktop design and we have the mobile design, which is fantastic. And all we do is we put in our images and away we go. So we can swap that image out. And I'll slowly change all these images. And there we go. So those are the images swapped out. And there we go. We probably don't want a background image there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And that gives you an idea of how quickly you can basically get a website into Figma and you can start playing around with it. And you just need to do the same on mobile as well. But for time, we'll just leave it like that. Now, from this point, you can speak to the client. You can say, like, do you like it like this? Do you like it like that? We can shift things around and you can agree on whether you're happy with it. But otherwise, you can move on to the next stage. We want to export again. So instead of Figma, we're going to go to Webflow. So we're going to click to Webflow here. So to essentially upgrade your project, you need to upgrade to Pro. So that's what we're going to do now. And now you can see as soon as I've done that, I've got access to all my designs available for the rest of the pages. And it carries a similar design. It's all in dark mode. So they've done dark mode placeholders as well. And it's all doing it in real time, which is fantastic. Now, if I go to the top here and we wait for this to be done, because I want to wait for this to be done before I export it, we then go to Webflow up here and click export, and we go to clone style guide. And then we simply click clone and Webflow up here, and we'll go to create site. Harry Spectacular site. Well, we're going to call it Ballers and Hackers. And we'll click create site, wait for that to load. And it is generating our website for us. So the guide is this. So it's essentially once we've cloned the style guide over, which is here, we then want to open up the Relume app. So go here, so go to apps, go to Relume, install that. Again, we have to log in. It's automatically linked us together. So let's go back to Webflow and we'll click on Family Golf Activities. And we want to import the design, and you can choose which pages you want to bring over to Webflow. We are going to bring all of them over. And then we will start the import, and then it will just start building it in the background. Now, the place it starts with is the style guide in the background here. And because we chose dark mode, it switched it to dark mode automatically for us, which is incredible. And it tells you everything that it's doing bit by bit now. Now, whilst that's going on in the background, I wanted to show you something that I created. I actually created a custom logo for this project using ChatGPT. So this is a transparent background and it's Ballers and Hackers Family Golfing. I think it's perfect. This is the logo we're going to use on the site, and I think it fits the theme really, really well. And all the prompt was, can you make me a logo for a company called Ballers and Hackers for a family golfing company at making the background transparent? And that's it. So we're going to download that. Now we've got that. Go back to Webflow and just let that load. So now that that's done, that has built our homepage, which is excellent. I'm just going to go up here and swap the logo out. So replace this image, and then that simply just gets made a little smaller. And there we go. Much, much better. And that has the logo prominently in the top left. And when we're happy with it, all we simply do is click publish in the top right and click publish to selected domains. It's just going off in the background, doing everything we need to do, and it is now live. So if I click this link here, it is going to take me to the website. And just like that, we have created a website which is infinitely better for family golfing than the original here. And this is something that obviously you can refine. You can go here and tidy up the header. You can tidy up the the hero here so the text is a little larger. Maybe this goes underneath. This image maybe goes on the left. However you do, it's all drag and drop. You can play around with all of it and just make changes. And the best thing is you could actually talk to the client in real time and make the changes with them. This is so adaptable and easy to hand over to a client and so quick to do. I literally just created this within a few minutes of talking to you right here, right now. And you have so many other assets like the designs, the sitemaps, and even the website that you can show to the client. Now, these are things that other designers and developers in the same space without Reloom will struggle to do in the same time within minutes. So very, very quickly, you can create many, many websites and scale your hourly rate, how many projects you can do in a day, substantially. So Reloom, Webflow, and Figma, these are 3 tools. When you use them together, you can produce amazing, amazing results. And ChatGPT, obviously. And that is how you can make $1,000 per hour using Reloom, Webflow, and Figma.